Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning into this your special new moon reading, or full moon reading I suppose, because this is going to be for the full moon in Aquarius and the eclipse. So usually a reading like this is something that only patrons will get on Patreon, but this is actually going to be for everybody because it's quite an important full moon, to be honest. So a little bit about what I'm going to do. I'm going to shuffle these runes. These are different runes sent by my wonderful witchy sister in New Zealand. I thought you might be able to see them a little bit better. So I'm going to be using them, I'm going to be casting them on this, and I'm going to be seeing the personal and worldly kind of connotations that's going to come through with regards to the runes. So what I'll do is I'll shuffle them first in my hands and then cast them out and see what happens. And this should be very interesting to see what happens over the course of the next few months, because if you're holding on to anything in regards to energy, people, situations, fear, doubt, all that kind of stuff, these eclipses are designed to shake that off. They are designed to completely shake you and just get that rid of that, basically. So let's have a look and see. I just want to also mention that I do rune readings now. They are on my website and they are on my Etsy shop as well. So if you do want a rune reading with myself, it's a video, just go there. And also, oops, for the week of this eclipse, which will be on the 7th, I'm offering a £10, which is about $13 reading, for 2 questions, and it's an email reading. So if you're interested in that, email me lorientarot@gmail.com and I'll be able to send you all the details and you'll get a reading from me just for £10. Okay, let's see. Also got my silver nail polish on in honour of the full moon, but let's have a look and see. Everybody take a deep breath. It's very interactive. Even though I can't see you or hear you, I will know that you're there and I know that you're watching. I can feel energies, because time is all relative. It's kind of, it's non-linear. So, okay. This is going to be a big full moon. Alright, let's see what you have to say, my darlings. Okay. Whoa, okay. Alright. So all I'm going to look for is anything that's on here. And anything that's upright when there's a lot. So it seems like we're going to be here for a little bit of time. But I will pinpoint some of the things that have kind of fallen around. So let's have a look. I'm drawn to starting up here first, where all this cluster is. Okay. It's a lot of creativity. There seems to be like endings and beginnings, and somehow I knew Bacana was going to go in reverse. I don't know how I knew that, but I just kind of thought, you're going to turn up in reverse, aren't you? And there it is. Lots of feelings of maybe misdirection. There could be a feeling like, what the magicians do, where they kind of show you one thing while they do the others, a sleight of hand, This seems to be what's going on in a few places. So if you go in anywhere that you're not sure about, make sure that, for instance, you would take extra care of your purses, extra care of your belongings and stuff, because it could be that some people are trying to sort of get to you. But what I'm going to show is, first of all, Hera, which is peace, happiness, hope, earlier efforts realised, basically having a good old time. So your efforts have been heard, your efforts have been realised, your efforts are actually coming through. Now with this one, I can never remember the name of this one, but this is about endings and having to let something go for something new to start. And maybe it's ending one project so you can start onto the next one. Maybe you want to see something in particular, see something through. It's also, to me, about DNA. having that sort of connection with others and the kind of fluidity, because family can be friends, family can be your mother. It doesn't really matter when it comes to certain things like that. But I do feel that these two are very much about hoping that something that's ended is going to bring forth something absolutely wonderful. And again, I do feel that this big full moon is going to generate a lot of endings for people. It's going to shake you free. So you can feel that. You can feel that good energy coming in. And obviously with Bacana being reversed here, I would say this is a little bit of anxiety, maybe a little bit of loss of control. You could also be kind of just throwing caution to the wind and saying, hey, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to do this my way. I'm going to do it however I want to. Which can be good, it can pay off. But us looking here is with Thras, I'm really terrible pronouncing. This is about self-discipline and meditation and study. So it's kind of almost reversed. So it's kind of saying, look, you're either going to go the way of complete abandon and just let chaos reign and do whatever and just say, I give up, universe take me, or whatever. Or you can kind of try and control it, and you can be meditation and ask the universe and say, hey, look, I know things are changing right now, that much is obvious. Can you give me a heads up as to what's happening? So I think because things are changing around here and it's kind of your earlier efforts of realizing, all you have to do is give a heads up to the universe and go, hi, I'd like some help here with understanding what's actually going on around me. And that's all you have to do. And you will get a response. I'm much more happy with this area here because these are all more upright and straight than the other ones. And this one in particular, you know, Freya's rune, Fehu, which is about money, hope, success, and luck. And basically, it can also be about love as well. So I would say that this is quite a good little cluster because also we have Degaz, which is breakthrough and awakening. And then we have Suulo, which is life force and health and honor, some success there too. And then we have Algiers, which is all about the guardian, the shield, the protection rune. So I feel that this little cluster around here is basically about protecting your investments, protecting the amount of time that you've devoted to some certain things. This I don't think is going to shake free. This I feel is quite solid for you. You're going to feel that you're maybe going to some area that really will help you move towards something like a big goal. You're probably going to feel slightly nervous occasionally. I do see that here. But at the moment, I do feel that maybe your health needs revitalizing. So, to be honest, it could be that you want to heal yourself. You want to make sure that you're healing yourself either through creation or through looking at new spiritual videos or just anything that you want to do to kind of break through and have your self-awareness. I think that's going to be quite good. And again, we have the shield and the protection with Algiers, and I think that this is kind of saying similar here, make sure you protect yourself, because it could be a little bit of psychic attack, it could be a little bit of people's negativity. I think actually, you know, whenever there's a full moon, that's why they say kind of like the people come out and there's very odd energies that can make people do strange things, and you don't need to be, you know, the subject of that. So I think that's something that you can probably put to one side and put, you know, at arm's length a little bit this week or even this month, to be honest. And then another reverse, which is Canaz, and this is creativity, inspiration, and knowledge when it's supposed to be that way. But if it's not and it's that way, which it is now, it's kind of like you maybe feel stuck. No creativity, false hope. But this is on its own, so I think this may be an isolated incident at some point this week where you may feel like you're kind of just bored. You're waiting for things to come to you and you're trying to get there because, or you're trying to reach that, or it's reaching you, and you're just kind of like, I'm sick of waiting. I can't be bothered. X, Y, Z. It could be your health's not improving in the way you thought it was. It could be the relationship isn't, you know, doing the way you thought it would be. And that can really annoy you. I think that can really frustrate people. But it's an isolated incident. I think you're going to be able to kind of overcome that and don't worry so much. And then down here, we have Ewas, which is transportation, but it's upside down. So I think again this is maybe recklessness and mistrust, a little bit betrayal. Again, it's kind of saying protect yourself. Protect yourself from people who may be trying to swindle you or be a little bit negative and draw your energy to them. We all have energy vampires, unfortunately, that like to come around us and kind of be very selfish and try and take your time and energy and good intentions for nothing. And I think this is basically saying protect yourself from all of this so that that's just one incident and you don't have to experience it again, and you can focus on making yourself bloom like a flower. That's very important, I think. Now, I said it's challenge and reinforcement, so it does feel like you're going to get your kind of feet sturdy in the ground. But then we have this sort of menace here, which, sometimes it's actually about social order in the human race, especially when it's upright. But with this, it may be a feeling that you have a little bit of hopelessness about the human race. And you're thinking that why aren't the human race coming together? Or why aren't my family coming together? Why can't people just see eye to eye? Why do they keep arguing? Why do they keep blah blah blah? Why do they keep challenging me? So in family aspects and even friend aspects, to be honest, it could even be the people that you work with. It could be that you're just kind of trying to step away from their mentality. Again, it's protecting yourself. It's making sure that you have a certain amount of self-respect and knowing when you need to say no. No is not a bad word. No is a good, empowering word. Of course, if somebody asks you to give them 10p because they need to get home, and you go no, then obviously that's a little bit thing. But if somebody says, look, I really need you to listen to me for 5 hours, wail about something, and I'm going to ignore all your advice, and I'm going to do this and this and this, you can absolutely say no. If somebody says, an ex coming back from the past and says, I'd like to come out for coffee when you've only just got over them, you can say no. You can say no if you want to. It's self-preservation, and I think this is kind of reinforcing yourself when you do say no. That's the kind of thing, and you're kind of pushing yourself away from this manipulation that could be happening around you. So, what do we have across this thing that's maybe coming in, and that may be the energy going out? So over there, we have Perth, which is uncertain things. Maybe we're kind of not really sure about what's going on with certain roles that we have to play in the world now. And then this is Tawaz, which is all about analysis, but this is in slight reverse. So this is a bit of strife, I think, and that's kind of going away. The kind of issues that people have felt with the global markets and the kind of arguing about this is right, that's right, this is right, that's right. There's just one common ground, basically. That's kind of going away. The focus on negativity is all kind of moving that way. So if you focus on this bit here, we are getting reinforcements and we are getting awakening, we are getting protection, we are focusing on the right things. And here we have quite a few other runes that seem to be very much about strength. So this is physical strength with a ruse here. This could be that you feel like you have more energy to do it. And even this, Laguz, is water life energy, imagination, dreams. Could be something like an issue in the news about water. Could be flooding. Could be, well, I know there's an issue in America, isn't there? Flint's water is not been clean for years. So it could be that's coming back. It could be the pipelines, it could be anything, but I think something about water is very important, going to come in very soon, especially with this full moon. It might be the tides rising and various things. And then here, I think this is mainly about the wrath of nature, so oops. This is Hagalas, so yeah, be on the lookout in the next few weeks, maybe for some kicks from Mother Earth. That's what I like to say. Like, she's trying to react to us. I think she's trying to kind of say, stop it, children, stop it. So make sure that you kind of, make sure that you focus on maybe the weather. I don't know, man. I get a little feeling that this could be something like an earthquake and a tsunami. I really hope not, because I get migraines for days before it happens. But but I honestly feel that there's something that's gonna maybe shake us up a little bit. Maybe not a physical earthquake, but there's something that's gonna shake us up, and then I do think there's something about water on the way. So be sure to look at that. But mainly, it's about protecting yourself from those who may want to steal you, or maybe want to steal your thunder, maybe want to kind of manipulate you. And then very much, it was underneath the camera down here, but it was like that. And this is Wunjo, and this basically means a bit of sorrow, a bit of frenzy, and this was right out there. So we're over that worst bit, and we're going out of this kind of sorrowful, maybe a little stupid phase that everybody has, and we're now going into something, if you cover that bit up, that really does seem to be moving into something better, and we're building up. But this I think is nature itself. I don't see this as physical, man-made doing. I see this as something that Mother Earth is really pissed about, and she's going to maybe juck us off a little bit. But keep look of that, keep watch of that. And again, if you're interested in a rune reading, let me know. I'll direct you to the pages. There is one on Etsy, but also email me lorientarot@gmail.com. And if you want to take advantage of the cheap £10 2-question reading, email me again, and I'll be able to organise that for you. It's quite a quick turnaround, that one. It's about 2 days. So if you want a really quick reading, go there. But in the meantime, I wish you all the very best. Take care of yourselves. Really look forward to hearing your thoughts about this, and I will speak to you all soon.